So following the estimation of the deterioration model parameters, it becomes possible to estimate the parameters associated with the effect of interventions framework. So these parameters are basically not as many parameters as we had in the deterioration model. However, if you want to estimate these parameters, we can do so by going to the Tools menu in OpenIPDM and go to Model Training Interventions. So this will open an interface for the Interventions app. And what this will do is basically, again, as I mentioned, would estimate the parameters associated with the effect of interventions. That would include the process noise parameters and the variances around the effect of the condition, the speed, acceleration, and so on. So these are the main parameters that we had. And in order to start the process, we had to load the input data. So we have to load the inspection file with interventions. And this we can go to help and then demo data and then synthetic data with interventions. And then we go with observed. So this is the first file with the interventions. And we have to load the now the parameters that are estimated from the deterioration model. So the inspectors parameters, the SSM model parameters, and which are the general parameters, and the regression model. So we go ahead and load each one of them from the demo data. So we have first the estimated inspectors parameters. And then we go ahead and load the SSM model parameters. And after that, we load the regression model parameters. So this is in general for the input. Now, in this example, the data that we have is synthetic data, and so we have to click on the checkbox here that it's synthetic data, and we have to input the n parameter associated with our transformation function, as well as the start here, which defines the window of inspection data that I have. So the start here up to the date of today. And so this is for the input. And as we're seeing here, we have in general 3 interventions categories standing for routine maintenance, preventive maintenance, routine maintenance, and reparation. So it could be any other type of category. The list of category could be increased differently, but it also has to match the category that's mentioned in the data with the interventions. So that's the purpose of this. And basically, if we click Run Training, what would happen is that we would estimate the parameters associated with this type of intervention, type category 1000. If we want to change it, we could, and we would estimate the parameters for that type of intervention, and so on. So that's for the input. As for the model config here, so these are the initial values for the parameters and the min and max values. In general, the default values should be good. However, if for example, if the initial condition for the change or for the jump that we have after an intervention, we could change it like for the condition. It really depends on the prior knowledge about what is the effect of a given type of intervention. So basically, that's all for this toolbox. After finishing the training, we can click on Save Params to save the parameters associated with the interventions, with the effect of interventions framework.